I'm Eytan Shander. We have 3 plays for you this Monday night in the NBA on Jock Market. But before that, we want you to sign up. Download the Jock Market app. Use our promo code Awesemo, and we're going to match your first deposit up to $50. All right, 3 plays tonight. We're going to identify 2 in the same game, and that's the Bulls-Heat game. This is a big one in the Eastern Conference. So much going back and forth between DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler. We actually want to start by targeting Zach LaVine here. I think there's so much that's going to be with pressure on DeRozan to get to that 30 and a half, reignite some sort of scoring streak. Odd Shopper has DeRozan projected for 25 and a half points. That's 5 points below what the books are asking for. I think this is an opportunity here for Zach LaVine to really step in, play well. Vucevic is probable he will play through that ankle injury. This is really about Zach LaVine taking advantage of some lesser opportunity for DeRozan and more usage on LaVine. And if you look at what he's been able to do, at least as of recent, clearly no concerns about him coming back. His last 2 games, 36-plus minutes apiece, and still the trajectory is going north, upwards in the right direction for LaVine. He's getting looks, like a little more looks from 3, but we're only taking him here from a DFS standpoint, and he's got a pretty good ROI if he can get in there and take advantage again of 35-plus minutes tonight against Miami. Somebody will score against the Heat. It's not like Chicago's only going to put up 75 or so. As for Miami, somebody will score for them. And look, I get it where Miami was down Tyler Hero the first game against the Bulls. They were down Jimmy Butler the second game against the Bulls. But you know what? Chicago was relatively healthy. Only DeMar DeRozan of the 3/4 stars that Chicago has missed of the 2 games, and it was just 1. That being said, Duncan Robinson, 21 points per game in each of those games against Chicago. And the Bulls were healthy, so Robinson was cooking against a healthy, good Chicago team. We know Chicago struggles on the road. There's going to be some opportunity against that perimeter defense. 9 attempts, 11 attempts, each of those games against Chicago from 3 for Robinson. So this is a really good opportunity here to get a cheaper Duncan Robinson, especially if you look at some struggles. But still, it's a matter of head-to-head matchup against the Miami Heat and what he was able, Chicago Bulls, what he was able to do against that healthy Bulls team. And I think we're going to get him coming off of some really rough stretches here, 0.6 points most recently. This is more about Robinson and that matchup against Chicago, where it doesn't really matter who's around him, only helping him in some bench minutes. So last play, and look, we do these things earlier in the day. We remind you to constantly be checking to see who's in, who's out. Fred VanVleet is questionable. Possibility here that he does not play. And that's where I think you can take advantage of Gary Trent Jr. Keep checking Odds Shopper for everything, especially if there is somebody out. You want to make sure that you can get the best return on anybody who gets bumped up. From a DFS standpoint on Jock Market, I want to get ahead of Gary Trent Jr. And this may even be at Brooklyn, a possibility where Toronto comes out a little slow and Gary Trent Jr.'s value will dip a little bit. But the beauty of it is that Toronto may blow out Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not going to blow the Raptors out. This is most likely a closer game, and I think that bodes well to playing a guy like Gary Trent Jr., especially and mainly if Fred VanVleet is out. So we want to play that off of it and counter any type of IPO value, knowing that you're going to get an insane amount of volume. Look, you're already getting that with VanVleet on the floor for Trent Jr. This is going to increase exponentially. So I want to target Gary Trent Jr. at a decent IPO price, assuming that VanVleet is out. If he's in, I still think you can get him, but this would be more of an in-game play. And again, that's what separates Jock Market from everywhere else. You can take advantage, buy low, sell high, in-game shares before the IPO actually solidifies. All right, so Gary Trent Jr. working in reverse. We had Duncan Robinson, and right there at the top, it was Zach LaVine. Those are our 3 plays we're taking a look at Monday night in the NBA for Jock Market. Use our promo code. Download the app, Awesemo, AWESCMO, and we'll match your first deposit up to $50. I'm Eytan Shander. Enjoy the games.